In order to start, I'm going to create a new document. I'm going to choose one of these presets here. Okay, I'm selecting the artboard tool to just reduce the size. I'm not comfortable with the big size here. Okay, so now this is our new document, and the first shortcut we're going to be looking at in this video is the move tool. Okay, this move tool. So there's a shortcut to selecting the move tool. So let's assume we have one of the other tools selected. In order to go to the move tool, all you need to do is hit V. Okay, when you hit V, you have the move tool selected. So I'm going to create maybe some shapes here and then just kind of use the quick selection tool. Okay, so let's say I've been working on the quick selection tool and suddenly I want to go to the move tool. Okay, in order to select the whole stuff, okay, the whole shape, all I need to do is to hit V and I'll be able to access the move tool immediately. So that's the first shortcut. The second one is the direct selection tool. So in order to select the direct selection tool, all you need to hit is A. So when you hit A on your keyboard, you'll be able to select the direct selection tool. And this tool, of course, enables you to select anchor points. Okay. Now the next shortcut I want us to look at is the duplicate shortcut, okay, which enables us to duplicate the item we have. So the very easiest way to do this is to just select the item and then hold down Alt and drag. Okay, select the item whether with the direct selection tool or the move tool, then hold down Alt and then drag, and you will have a duplicate of that object. So hold down Alt and drag, select, hold down Alt and drag. That's the very quickest way to duplicate your object, and we're going to be using a lot of these shortcuts in subsequent videos, right? So I strongly advise that you take them seriously, okay? And I'm going to provide you with a PDF file with these shortcuts written down so that you can just take a look at the PDF file and recall the shortcuts, okay? Yeah, so that's one of the documents you're going to have attached to this video. So the next shortcut we're going to be looking at is the shortcut for opening a new file, okay, or for creating a new file. What's that shortcut? It's Ctrl+N. When you hit Ctrl+N, you are then brought to this place where you can now open or create a new document. So you just select a preset or put in your custom settings with the name of the document, and of course the height, the units of measurement, the orientation, the amount of artboards, and so on and so forth, the color mode, the raster effects, and so on and so forth, and then you click create in order to create your new document. So when I hit create, you're going to see that we now have our new document. Okay, yeah, so that's the shortcut Ctrl+N for a new file. Now we have the next shortcut as Ctrl+S for save. Okay, so let's say you have your work done and you want to save. Okay, you just hit Ctrl+S and you are now able to save the document. Okay, now the next shortcut is letter X rather. Okay, so letter X is used to select either the fill color or the stroke color. So if I hit X right now, you can then see that we now have the stroke color selected. When I hit X now, we now have the fill color selected. So just keep hitting X to switch between the stroke color and the fill color. Okay, so let's assume we have a fill color. We give it a fill color of red and a stroke color of blue. Okay, and let us increase the stroke here. Okay, so we have a fill color of red and a stroke color of blue, and we want to select the fill color, okay, because the stroke color is selected here. So if you want to select the fill color, just hit X, and then we can now edit the fill color to maybe blue or green. Again, as you can see now, the fill color has changed. If you want to select the stroke color, you just hit X again, and you are now able to select the stroke color. And we have another shortcut for swapping the fill color with the stroke color and also the stroke color with the fill color. So that control is Control X, or rather Shift X rather. We have Shift X. So if you hit Shift, if you hold down Shift and then hit X, you can see that you're now swapping the fill color to the stroke color and vice versa. Okay. Let's say we're drawing a shape out, and then let's say we don't have a stroke color, but we only have the fill color, and we just kept drawing. Let's say we're tracing a drawing, okay, from a hand-drawn document, okay, and then we have the fill color obstructing our view, right? We want to get rid of the fill color so as to see what we are tracing out properly. What we just need to do is to hit Shift X, which will now turn the fill color to the stroke color, okay? And then when we are done and we've achieved what we want to achieve, we can now hit the Shift X back to bring back the fill color. So that's one of the application of this shortcut. I'm going to delete everything here, and then we now have the next shortcut, which enables us let's say I have a drawing here and we have a fill color to it, or let's say we don't have a fill color to it. Okay, we have the next shortcut which enables us give our shape a fill color. Okay, now this is the comma key on your keyboard. Okay, so when you hit comma, you can now have the fill color applied. Okay, you hit comma, you now have the fill color applied, and then we have the next one, which is the period or the full stop, which then gives our shape a gradient fill. Okay, the full stop gives our shape a gradient fill. Okay, so we have it as the gradient fill, and then we have the next one, which is the forward slash, which gives it no fill. Okay, gives it no fill. And also remember that if we have the stroke activated here instead, we are going to have all of this happen to the stroke instead of the fill. Okay, so it means if we now hit the period or the full stop, our shape is then given the stroke. Okay, that's the gradient stroke. Okay, because we have the stroke activated here. And if we then hit the comma, if we then hit the comma, let's say we increase our stroke here, and then we then hit comma, we then see that our stroke is being given a color. Okay, so that's just for you to know. The next shortcut we're going to be looking at is the shortcut for gradient tool. Okay, so let's assume we have the gradient added to the field here, and then we want the gradient tool so as to be able to edit the gradient, right? All we need to hit is G, which will then bring up the gradient tool, and with the gradient tool we can now edit our gradient. Okay, now edit our gradient, rotate it, expand it, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's letter G for the gradient tool. Now the next shortcut we're going to be looking at is the rectangular tool shortcut. That's this tool. Okay, that's the M. So when you hit letter M on your keyboard, you are then able to select the rectangle tool. Okay, and then we also have a shortcut for the ellipse tool, which is L. So if you hit L on your keyboard, you'll be able to select the ellipse tool. So M for rectangle tool, L for ellipse tool. M for rectangle tool, L for ellipse tool. Okay, and the next shortcut is for our pen tool, which is this tool here. Now the shortcut is P. If you hit P on your keyboard, you'll be able to select the rectangular tool. Okay, you select the rectangular tool. Perfect. Then we have other shortcuts. Let's say we hit P and we have the pen tool selected, and we just draw out a shape like this. And let's say now we want to add an anchor point or subtract an anchor point. Okay, now we have a shortcut for that. If you want to add an anchor point, all you need to hit is the plus key on your keyboard, and now you can see that the anchor point pen tool has been selected, and we can now add new anchor point to our shape. Okay, and what if we want to subtract points from our shape? What we then need to hit is the minus key on the keyboard, and we can now subtract points from our shape. Okay, that's using the subtract or delete anchor points tool. Okay, sorry. Perfect. Now the next tool we're going to be looking at is the ruler tool. Okay, the ruler tool. Now the shortcut for the ruler tool is Ctrl R. Okay, so this is Ctrl R, and then it brings up the ruler tool. Now you can measure your stuff, okay, using the ruler tool. So when you just come to the ruler tool like this and click and drag, you can see that these lines then come out. Now with these lines, we are able to kind of measure stuff out and kind of align our design properly. Okay, we can drag them out from here, okay, that's with the ruler tool. Perfect. And of course, these shapes, these guides will not be rendered out if you export a design with them on the design. Okay, but you can just delete them when you are done. You just select and hit delete, select and hit delete, select and hit delete, and everything is just going to delete. That's after, of course, you're done using it. Now the next tool the next shortcut rather we're going to learn is the copy shortcut, which is Ctrl C. Okay, it's Ctrl C, and the paste, which is Ctrl V. Okay, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Then we have the paste, which is the paste, which is Ctrl V. Okay, and apart from the paste, we have the paste in front, which is the Ctrl F. So if I Ctrl C, Ctrl F, it's going to paste it in front. So it's going to paste what it has copied in front of the existing or the original copy, right? And then if you want to paste at the back, you have to Control C and Control B. Okay, so it's pasted it at the back of the shape. So when you change the color, you see that it's actually at the back of the shape, right? Then we have the eyedropper tool. And the eyedropper tool, and this tool can be activated by just clicking the letter I. Okay, so you can just click the letter I and have the eyedropper tool selected. And if you are conversant with Illustrator, you know what the eyedropper tool is used for, even though we're also going to use it practically in other aspects of this course. But the eyedropper tool is used to sample colors, right? Used to sample colors, so you can sample this color, that color, this color, that color, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's what the eyedropper tool is used for, and just hitting I will activate the tool. On the next tool, or rather the next shortcut, is the pan shortcut, okay, or moving around your design. We achieve this by holding down the space bar and clicking the mouse. So you can hold on the space bar, click and hold the mouse, and then just move around. Okay, so you can zoom in, hold on the space bar, and just move around. Okay, so that's the pan tool. Now, in order to zoom in and out of your shape like this, how easily I do this, I hold down the Alt and of course use the mouse wheel. Okay, so hold down Alt and use the mouse wheel. And then we have other aspects of the zoom control, which we can explore with the Control plus and Control minus. Okay, so Control plus and Control minus. So Control plus to zoom in and Control minus to zoom out, just like this. Okay, Control plus to zoom in and Control minus to zoom out. And we also have the zoom tool, and it can be activated by hitting Z. So when you hit Z on your mouse and click the mouse button and click in or drag in and drag out, you'll be able to zoom in and zoom out using the zoom tool. Okay, and then for fitting your artboard to the screen, you can just click Control plus 0. So Control plus 0 will fit your artboard to the screen, to your view. Okay, so let's assume you are working on a big project and let's say you are outside a place like this. All you need to do to zoom in on your artboard is to Control 0. So when you Control 0, you then zoom in or you fit the view to your artboard. In order to check the preferences, okay, you just hit Control K for preferences. Now, these preferences are kind of settings that control the way your Illustrator works. Okay, so let's hit Control K once more to bring up the preferences, and then we can see where it says keyboard increments, right? And it's present set at 1. This will control how far you can move your item using the direction keys. Okay, so when you hit the direction key, okay, when you hit the left direction key, you can move your item left. When you hit the right one, you can move your item right. When you hit or hold down the up directional key on your keyboard, you can move your object up, and then for the down you can move the object down, right? And then when we hit Control K and adjust this keyboard increments, let's make it 10 and hit OK, and try to move our shape. Now we can now see that it covers more space. Okay, it moves faster, or kind of covers more room than the previous time. Now let's just make this 100 so you see the difference clearly. So when I select the guy and now move like this, as you can see now, it's moving it's covering more space. Okay, it's covering more room, more move room. Okay, so just keep it at 1. Okay, and then I have another shortcut. Let's assume we have a lot of objects here. Okay, let's assume we have a lot of objects here, all in this shape, all in this layer. Okay, so we have all of them in this layer, and let's say we want to select all of them. Okay, now when we select one, we see that it's highlighted here with this blue icon here. Okay, when we select this guy, we see that it's highlighted here, and it's kind of hard to select all of them at once. We can just maybe click here and then hold Control and click and click and click, and then if we have a lot of them, you can see that it's going to be a pain in the ass to try to select them all. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is to click is to hold on Alt and then just click here. You just hold on Alt and click on the layer, and everything will be selected. Hold on Alt and click on the layer. Okay, everything will be selected. So let's assume we have another layer, then we have some other shapes in the layer. Let's assume we have this guy as blue, this guy is blue. Okay, and we want to select everything. All we need to do is Control A. Okay, so everything in both layers will be selected. Okay, so that's Control A. But if you want to select just the guys in this layer, we will just Alt and click. Okay, and then select it. So the next shortcut will be probably the last one, which I usually use to select items or objects which are behind another object. Okay, so let me just give you a demonstration here. Let me just create different objects here, and let's say we now have a bigger object here, and let's say this guy is purple color, and we want to select the object behind this guy, right? We want to select one of the objects behind this guy. Let's just reduce the opacity to make the items a little bit visible. So now this is the guy, and then we don't want to hide the shape, we don't want to hide it, we don't want to delete it. We just want to select the items behind the object without hiding it, without deleting it, without kind of distorting the position, the present position, right? All we then need to do is hold down Control, then double click on the object we want to select. So let me just hold down Control, and then just double click. Now you can see that we are now able to select the object beneath this layer, and from there on we can maybe increase the size, rotate it. Okay, if we select this guy again, all we need to do is just come here and double click. Okay, and we now have the guy. We can even move the shape. We can move the shape by coming to the edge here and just dragging it. If you kind of try to move it from the middle here, you are going to select the shape in front. Okay, so just hold down Control and double click. You can double click multiple times in case of just double clicking once it's not working for you. Okay, and you can even right click and do other stuff. Maybe you want to transform it, maybe you want to, let's say, share it or something like that. So you can even do that. Okay, yeah, so that's the last shortcut. And I'm going to, of course, like I said before, I'm going to provide you with a PDF file